Hello everyone, we're live. Welcome to Rev Sports. Today's IPL action promises plenty of drama as we head into an exciting doubleheader. In the first match of the day, Lucknow Super Giants take on Chennai Super Kings, while later in the evening, fans will witness a match between Royal Challengers Bengaluru and Mumbai Indians. Joining me for the pre-match show is Shamik Chakraborty and Bharat Ramraj. Now, before we talk about the second game, which is RCB versus Mumbai Indians, I think we have to talk about Lucknow Super Giants and Chennai Super Kings. Now, as we all know, it has become like a routine. Every time CSK plays, there's only one question that all of us ask: will Mahendra Singh Dhoni be playing today? I think the answer is a given. We all know what is going to happen. But once again, I'm going to ask Shomik Chakraborty. Shomik, do you think MSD will play today?
It's a curious case. It's a curious case. Johnny, I have written a copy and recorded a video. He is batting at the nets. He's doing wicket keeping, and he's not playing on match days. He's not coming even at the stadiums. Chennai Super Kings management has given him the free hand to decide when he would like to return. But as of now, they haven't heard anything from the man. So fingers crossed. But if this is going to be his swan song, if this IPL is going to be his swan song, time is running out because after this, just one more home game left for CSK, and that is against Sunrisers Hyderabad on 18th of May. So there are two theories. One is that he is fit. He doesn't want to upset the winning combination, and that's why he's not playing. The other theory is that yes, he still, although he's doing training at the nets, he's still not 100% because that running between the wicket factor might come into consideration. That is the thing. What I am told by our sources, they are still very hopeful, CSK insiders, that he will play at least one game this season. But we never know. And now, as the CSK players are doing their pre-match warm-up, I don't see Dhoni yet. Let's see. I mean, if he is not playing, maybe he hasn't come to the ground itself. So I think you have your answer.
Definitely. And now that we're talking about MS Dhoni, Bharat, we all know that Dhoni not playing in this season has not affected CSK much when it comes to the batting lineup. There are other batters out there who've gone and performed. One such batter is Karthik Sharma, who has impressed with the bat. In the previous match against Delhi Capitals, we saw that he scored 41 runs from those 31 balls that he played. A little slow innings, but I think it was crucial. So, your thoughts on Karthik Sharma and how have you assessed him as a player?
Yeah, he's a good player. He's done well in the Syed Mushtaq Ali Trophy. We have seen that he has been pretty good in the Syed Mushtaq Ali Trophy for Rajasthan. But here he has had to play on maybe slightly slower surfaces, and that is why he had to adjust his game. So in a couple of times he had to kind of adjust his game in a partnership with another player. So he has done well. Good to see that he can play a slightly different style of game. I don't think we have seen his best because Karthik Sharma is someone who can come all guns blazing, who can go all guns blazing. So I think we still have to see the best of him. Hopefully, in the next couple of games, we will see Karthik Sharma at his best, where he plays with an ultra aggressive approach.
Shamik, my question to you, you have covered the World Cup, you have observed the players very carefully, and I wanted to ask you about Sanju Samson because we know that this IPL season was a little topsy-turvy for him. He did not start off well, but then in the middle he scored some runs. Then again for the next few matches, he did not show his best. But against Delhi Capitals, he was out there, he performed, he scored those 87 crucial runs, and he remained not out. But on the other hand, there is someone like a Ruturaj Gaikwad also who has scored runs in the past few games. But again, I would say that he has been inconsistent because we saw in the last match that he played, he only scored 6 runs of 13 balls. So now, my question to you, how would you assess Sanju Samson and do you think Ruturaj Gaikwad is complementing him well enough on the crease?
Shorjani, as regards Sanju Samson, he is one of the most successful players in this IPL yet. 200s, 180 plus score. What more can you ask for? I mean, if you have to, and he has joined a new franchise, it's not easy. Irrespective of his experience and his experience to lead Rajasthan Royals, it's not easy. you need a bit of bedding in period. You need that a bit of time to bed in. So Sanju Samson, he has become CSK's new talisman. It is very clear. If Sanju Samson scores, Chennai Super Kings will win. If he fails, then it is things become difficult for them. So Sanju Samson has been anointed as Dhoni's successor. For the at this moment in time, it is as a wicket-keeper batsman. We don't know what is going to happen going ahead in the future, but that is hypothetical. But for the present, he is Dhoni's successor as the wicket-keeper batsman, and he is the team's new talisman, and he has performed very well. Ruturaj Gaikwad had a slow start to the season. I mean, as regards Sanju Samson, if you want to give, if you ask me to rate him, I will give him an 8 out of 10. The way he has performed so far. Ruturaj Gaikwad, he was a bit slow off the blocks. Then he batted well in a couple of innings before getting out for another low score. But it can happen. He's a very, very good player. And the way, at this moment in time, there is some stability in the Chennai Super Kings camp. They have won two on the bounce. They have won two on the bounce. And if they win today, for the first time in this IPL, they will win three on the spin. So it's a huge match. Shorjani, you tell me one thing. If they win today, are they moving into the top four? You tell me one thing. You just check and tell me one thing. If Chennai Super Kings are winning today, if they win today, are they moving into the top four? And that would be it's a huge game for Chennai Super Kings. And once Chennai Super Kings are in the reckoning, the way they have been playing, they have one home game left. And if you look at their remaining fixtures, they have a if they win today, they will have a definite chance to qualify for the playoffs. Ruturaj Gaikwad might not be scoring runs, but at least he is offering stability as a captain. So not always will he score runs. This is sport. So and humans are playing, not robots. So not always will he score runs, but Ruturaj Gaikwad, he is contributing as a captain, and Sanju Samson is Chennai's best player in this season.
Definitely. And Shomik, to answer your question, if I look at the points table, Chennai Super Kings so far have played 10 matches and have only won 5 matches. On the other hand, they are placed at number 6, but you have Rajasthan Royals who have already played 11 matches and won 6 matches. So I think if they win today's match, the points table is going to get a little difficult, but I guess it all comes down to the net run rate.
What is net run rate? Chennai Super
Exactly.
Kings net
That
run
is what I
rate
was saying. Net run rate. Net run rate. Rajasthan Royals have a net run rate of 0.082, whereas CSK have a higher net run rate. So I think they're going to move on to the 5th spot, because we also have to keep in mind that RCB, who is at the 4th spot in the points table, will be playing their 11th match so far. So I think it is a very interesting combination today. But Bharat, we've talked about the batting of CSK, but I think we have to mention the spin duo when we talk about this particular franchise. I mean, Akil Hussain and Noor Ahmed have been the key bowlers when it comes to the spin unit. Your thoughts?
You see, Akil Hussain is a pretty good bowler. He's very much suited to bowling for into T20 cricket because he has developed that kind of a ball which I think swings a little bit in the air and not just spins, swings a little bit in the air, that armor that he has. And yes, he's someone who has also imparted a little more reps on the ball this season. So yes, they have pretty good spinners. Noor Ahmad is someone I don't need to say much about him. He's a class bowler in T20 cricket. I think he's one of the highest wicket takers in the last 1 year in T20 cricket. So he's someone who can go around the wicket, can bowl over the wicket and take a lot of wickets. He has the variations, not just the Chinaman. He can bowl the googly as well. So yes, CSK have the required spin attack, and if they again get a surface that is on the slower side, then I think CSK will fancy their chances. Because yes, I understand the surfaces in Chepauk have not been like what it used to be, but still this season it has been slightly on the slower side compared to some of the surfaces that we have seen at this ground over the last 1 year or so, when it seemed as if the tracks have been very good for batting. But I think over the last 3-4 games, we have seen surfaces on the slower side at this ground, and that is what the CSK management would again hope for, because they have two potent spinners.
Definitely, like you mentioned, Bharat. Now, if we shift our focus a little towards LSG, because we know that the first match will be between CSK and LSG. Shamik, there have been a lot of criticisms regarding Rishabh Pant, a lot of theories going around, a lot of speculations going around. What are your thoughts on Rishabh Pant, and do you think he has done justice to the franchisee as a captain this season?
The last game that he played, he scored 30 odd in pretty quick time, and he looked to be finding his touch. But overall, it has been a failed campaign for Rishabh Pant, and his failure is him not contributing as a batsman is one of the reasons why LSG are at the foot of the table. So two things. One is that we don't know whether he's being weighed down by his price tag, because if you, at least publicly, CSK coaching staff, be it Bharat Arun, be it Justin Langer, when they came for the press conferences, they denied, they rubbished rather, they rather rubbish that Rishabh Pant is being weighed down by his price tag. But the fact of the matter is that he hasn't contributed enough as a batsman. Captaincy will come later, because uh, if you are not good enough to prove your mettle as a batsman, then you become an excess baggage as a captain. So it has become like that for Rishabh Pant this season and an LSG. Going ahead, I think they will have to rethink. They will have to rethink, because Rishabh Pant, if you look at his game, first of all, 27 crore for Rishabh Pant in T20 cricket was always over the top. But auction dynamics sometimes defy logic. So I'm not going into that. But he has limitations as a batsman in T20 cricket, especially his offside game when the field is spread out. Now going ahead, they will have to plan for the next season. I think they have already started planning for the next season, LSG Brass, and in that regard, I think they should give it a serious thought about captaincy, because they have a sitting Australian captain in their ranks, Mitchell Marsh. They have Aiden Markram, South Africa captain, in their ranks. Nicholas Puran is there. But when you have such kind of leadership group around in your dressing room, they will have to think hard about whether to continue with Rishabh Pant as captain.
You definitely mentioned Mitchell Marsh in your answer, and Bharat, we all saw what a brilliant innings Mitchell Marsh played the other day against RCB. The 111 runs not out. Sorry, out. He was initially dismissed by Josh Hazelwood, but the point is that he was the one who has been scoring runs. I think, although we've seen in the previous matches also, he has been out there. He has been performing for LSG. So, how important is Mitchell Marsh in the batting lineup, Bharat?
Yeah, he's a very good batter in T20 cricket. He might have failed in Test cricket, but in T20 cricket, he's very much still going strong. He's a very tall player, pulls the ball really well, plays horizontal shots very well, because see, he has that reach, he has the height, because that is why he can get underneath the ball and play those horizontal bat shots. He's someone very good playing straight down the ground with those lofted strokes, and that is what he basically showed in the last game. I think he's a very, very good player of fast bowling. His spin bowling can sometimes trouble him, especially maybe left arm spinners on occasions. But even in that regard, he, I think, handled someone like Krunal pretty well. So I think it was a classy innings, good signs for LSG, although at present they're very much down at the bottom rungs of the table. So it's going to be tough for them. But from that point of view, it's great to see Mitchell Marsh playing at his absolute best. And yes, he's still going strong in T20 cricket, and I think he's still a very, very good player of fast bowling, which he basically showed it in that last game.
Definitely. And before we discuss a little more about today's game, Shomik, there's a very interesting comment over here. Syed Nizamuddin is asking, Sanju Samson is set to become new T20 captain of India. Shomik, your thoughts?
I don't have the properties of a fly, and I'm not good at kite flying also. So I have no clue. As far as I'm concerned, Surya Kumar Yadav is likely to lead India in their next T20I assignment, that is in Ireland and England. Two T20Is in Ireland, followed by five T20Is in England, subject to his stays fit. There's a bit of concern over his fitness. subject to his stays fit. And if Surya and after Surya and but Surya has not much elbow room, he will have to score runs. If he fails, the man who is next in line is Shreya Iyer. So this is what I have. Beyond that, once again, I don't have properties of a fly, or I'm not good at kite flying.
So Shamik here has mentioned he does not have properties of a fly. So Bharat, I would go to you with the next question. I wanted to ask you a little about LSG. Now that we're talking about LSG, what I wanted to ask you is that Nicholas Pooran, he has not been in great form this year. We've seen what he did against KKR in that super over. He was sent into bat and he failed. And there have been multiple instances where he has failed and not performed for LSG. But in the previous match, we saw he was out there. He scored 38 runs from 23 balls against RCB. So, is it safe to say that he's back in form, or are you still concerned about the way that he's batting?
I guess he also did well against Mumbai Indians in the other game, if I'm not mistaken. In a couple of games, he's done well. So maybe that tells you that Nicholas Puran is kind of coming back to form, and LSC really need him to be at his absolute best. See, yes, I don't think there has been any significant problem in his batting. Yes, Nicholas Puran has had his problems against short pitch stuff in the past. That I think has been kind of again used against him in a few of those matches that he failed. Everyone started bowling short at him, but at some point of time he has to find a way against it. Maybe he did that especially in that game against Mumbai Indians before he finally got out. So in that sense, it's nice to see him coming back to some kind of form. But again, I think CSK will use that short ball tactic against him. Someone like Jamie Overton will definitely, if he's playing today, I know he carried some kind of a nickel in that last game for CSK. But if Jamie Overton is playing today, he's definitely going to bowl short at him, bang it short, because I think he has an issue against it. Otherwise, it should be fine, because I think that's the only problem that kind of is going against Nicholas Puran. That is, every single team is now banging it short and bowling short at him.
Shamik, my next question to you. It is about the bowling unit of Lucknow Super Giants. Now, Mohammed Shami is one such bowler who has been making the headlines for the past few months. He has been doing exceptionally well, be it in red ball cricket, be it in white ball cricket. Has IPL 2026 impressed you? Has he impressed you as a bowler this season? Because definitely we all know Mohammed Shami is a bowler of class. The way he has been bowling, the way he has been taking crucial wickets, the way he has been swinging the ball, it is exceptional. But I would still ask you, what are your thoughts on Mohammed Shami? And in the future, do you see him wearing the blue jersey?
Coming back to the Indian team, you asked in the future, huge question mark. I would be very surprised if the selectors look back. At least the current selection committee. But again, Shami is an unadulterated quality. I mean, before the IPL, the last first class game he played, he took 8 wickets in an innings and almost served the Ranji Trophy semi-final to Bengal on a platter. It is that it is that atrocious batting display. Why Bengal couldn't beat Jammu and Kashmir? They should have beaten them handsomely. But then again, that is water under the bridge now. But Shami, even if he bowls 60 or 70% of his ability, he is better than a lot of bowlers who has been either playing for India or are in the India economy. So he is on the wrong side of 30. That is the case. But I don't know. I don't know if Shami comes back to the fold. It would be great. And almost every cricket lover is saying why he is not in the Indian team. But the selectors, the selection committee so far, led by Ajit Agarkar and the head coach Gautam Gambhir, they have minds of their own. So they probably see things in a different way. That is one thing. And you mentioned about Lucknow Super Giants bowling attack. It's not only about Shami. Unfortunate that they are. I mean, if only their batting would have contributed a little more, they boast one of the best fast bowling attacks in the tournament. It's only not about Shami. Prince Yadav, I guess he is one of the most impressive young fast bowlers. I mean, the one of the more in this tournament, the bowlers who have impressed. the fans or the experts the most, Prince Yadav is one of them. That is number one. Mohsin Khan. Mohsin Khan, although he has a dodgy fitness record, he has a glass body, so you never know how long he can survive. So that is one thing. I last game I was very impressed to see Mayank Jadhav was back and he was instantly hitting 150 kilometers per hour. But once again, he's another bowler who has a glass body. And all combined, they are very, very good. Their fast bowling attack, but their batting unit hasn't complemented them, and that is the most unfortunate part. And that is the reason why LSG have been languishing at the foot of the table.
Now that Shamik has mentioned the batting unit, Bharat, my question to you is not about the first game. It is not about CSK versus LSG, but it is about RCB and Mumbai Indians. Now, we all know that Phil Salt has not been playing. Jacob Bettel and Virat Kohli have been opening out for RCB. But do you think that the spark and the coordination that is required is it missing in the opening pair for RCB now?
Yes, see, first of all, there are 2 points to look at. First of all, there are a lot of videos going around that pill salt is here in India, but those videos are those videos are fake. It is from the last year, 47 weeks ago. It was put up. Those videos are circulating on social media. That's the first point. Though from pill salt's camp, I did hear got some information last week that RCB are still hopeful, and he would return to India maybe in 7 days, 8 days, or 10 days, around 10 days. So he could be returning to India before the playoffs. But whatever videos that are being circulated, they're from last year. Anyway, coming back to that Jacob Bethel thing. See, Jacob Bethel is a very promising batter. Unfortunately for him, in the 4 games that he's played, in a couple of games, he's hit it straight to the fielders. It's not like he's looked completely out of touch. Both times when he played that flick shot, other one was, I think, a square drive that he played off Mohammad Siraj. Maybe both times he got out to Siraj only. And on both occasions, he timed it well, just that he found the fielders to perfection. So some sympathy has to be given to him. It's not like he's looked completely out of touch. But unfortunately, he's not among the runs. So yes, considering that, the RCB setup will be concerned because you want your top order players to go in, set the platform at the top of the order in the power play overs, and maybe after 6 overs, if you say 70 for 0 or 80 for 0, then it would set the platform. So they would be very much concerned, but they would be backing Bethel because he's a promising batter and is someone who has the game to play those big knocks, big innings in a crucial match. And it's as I noted, it's not like it's looked completely out of sorts. It's just that it's finding the fielders to perfection in almost every single game. So it's to somehow bisect the gaps, tailor the gaps, and score the runs. Maybe today is his day.
Now that we're talking about the batting unit of RCB, I think Rajat Patidar this season has impressed a lot of people with his batting and with his captaincy. Shamik, I would ask you about your thoughts on Rajat Patidar as a batter and then Rajat Patidar as a captain.
Rajat Patidar is very good. I mean, he's another player who going ahead will be in contention for the middle order for a middle order berth in the Indian T20 side. Shreyas Iyer obviously is number one in the pecking order, but Rajat Patidar will be around. He's a very good player. Unfortunately, in fact, I expected him to be successful in Test cricket also. He has the game. Somehow it didn't happen, and maybe the Test cricket is water under the bridge now for him. If he gets a second chance, I'll be happy to see him getting a second chance in Test cricket also. He's a very very good player. As regards his captaincy, he is doing, but what my sources tell me, it is mainly about. I mean, he has been very well backed by the support staff. Dinesh Karthik, Mo Bobat. So he is very well backed by the support staff. And for a young captain, you would like to have that kind of assistance. Virat Kohli is also a big presence in that dressing room. Virat Kohli, Virat Kohli's leadership is also a huge factor in that dressing room. So Virat Kohli, what every big decisions are before they take any big decisions, things are taken to Virat Kohli, and they um, uh, they seek his suggestions, and rightly so. So Rajat Patidar is surrounded by some very good people: Dinesh Karthik, Mo Ward, Virat Kohli. So he is well complemented. So that's it.
Bharat, now that we're talking about the batting lineup of RCB, I think we have to talk about Jitesh Sharma. He has not met the expectations that he had set for himself. So now that you've closely covering the matches of RCB, how would you assess Jitesh Sharma and what do you think went wrong for him in this season?
I guess he has a problem against pace. We saw that in the last game when Prince Yadav bounced him out. Yes, the track was offering some bounce, but in the past two, pace bowlers have bowled that hard length at Jitesh Sharma. I think that is his one issue. Obviously, he would be working on it. But again, just like Nicholas Puran, when it comes to Jitesh Sharma, every single team is bowling hard length at him. So he has to work out a way. Otherwise, it's going to be tough for him. He's not going to get spinners bowling at him every single time, right? That's what he's very good at. He plays spin well. But as we saw in the last game between LSG and RCB, LSG went with pace at him and they straight away banged it short and he was dismissed. So I think that's his problem. To keep it simple, even his strike rate last season, this was in the during the last season when he actually played well. Even during the last season, his strike rate against hard length was 98 or 99. That's below 100. So that tells you that if Jitesh Sharma at his best has a strike rate of slightly below 100 against hard length, then he has a problem. So I think he has to work out or chisel out a path against short ball or hard length.
Shamik, now that we are talking about Jitesh Sharma and his form has been a little concerning, you have been covering Mumbai Indians very closely uh, in this season and in the previous seasons as well. I think there's one such player that we need to talk about, and that is Tilak Varma. I mean, he was injured before he played the World Cup, then he directly came into the squad. He performed, but he was inconsistent. But again, in this IPL season, he has not been impressive so far. How would you assess him in this tournament, and what do you think is going wrong for Tilak Varma?
First of all, Shorjani, I don't assess a player like Tilak Varma based on his IPL performances. I mean, he has been an established player for India, and he has contributed enough as India won the T20 World Cup. So, for the established players, I don't judge and it could be that World Cup fatigue. They have been playing almost non-stop since September last year. So you have to keep in mind that factor also. So Tilak Varma. So from that point of view, Tilak Varma scored a century, a fantastic century. Yes, he has been up and down, but the majority of the India players are. If you look at the run scoring charts or the wicket taking charts, the majority of the Indian players are like that. They are going up and down. It is very. It is first of all after you have reached the pinnacle, after the high of the World Cup, regaining that intensity when you have a very short turnaround time, it is not easy. And maybe Tilak Dharma will all know what he can do. So from that point of view, once again, Shorjani, I will not read too much into how Tilak Dharma has fared in this IPL. We all know his quality. But Shorjani, now it is toss time. Ravi Shastri is the toss presenter, and you continue if there is a toss. When there is a toss update, I will provide.
Definitely, definitely. Bharat, what I wanted to ask you is that we saw in the previous match that Romario Shepherd and Krunal Pandya both were on the crease when RCB were playing against Lucknow Super Giants, and we saw that things did not go in their way. My question to you is very simple: Romario Shepherd, and how, impressive has he been in this season? Are you content with the way he has performed? Because you've been covering the matches of RCB so closely.
Rituraj Gaikwad has won the toss. Now I'm telling you what he has elected to do. You continue.
Yes, see, Romero Shepherd, there are two ways to look at it. His bowling, when it comes to his bowling, he's gone for a lot of runs. That I think everyone knows. I think he's bowling a lot of floaty stuff. Yes, but he's still very much a player who can play those big shots. So considering that, I think RCB have kept him in the playing 11. But his
Just I'm
bowling
interrupting. They have
he has to improve his
Chennai
bowling.
Super Kings have chosen to bowl.
Bharat, please go ahead. So we all know that
Yeah,
Chennai
see,
Super Kings is going to bowl in the first match against Lucknow Super Giants. Bharat?
yeah. So I'll just conclude it. Keep it short. He has to improve his bowling because he's going for a lot of runs. Yes, He can play those big shots in the slog overs. That is why I think they've kept him in that playing 11.
Um, Chennai Super Kings will be bowling first today. That means we'll get to see someone like a Jamie Overton come in and bowl. Now, Shamik, we're going to shift our focus a little towards the first game once again. Jamie Overton, we saw in the match, in the previous match that they were playing, that Jamie Overton was only given 1 over. Later on, it was said that the tracks were assisting the spinners. Akil Hussain and Noor Ahmed did a good job. But Jamie Overton has been a very crucial bowler in the lineup of CSK. Your thoughts?
He is not only a very crucial bowler in CSK's lineup, he is a very important player in their lineup. It's not only about his bowling, it's about his power hitting down the order. He's a very, very good cricketer in this format. In the shortest format, he's a very, very good cricketer, both for CSK and England. And he is someone um, at, at number 8. If you have someone like Jamie Overton, he provides the required balance to the side, both as a bowler, as a batsman, and also when during the first of the tournament, when CSK were not doing well, he was one of their standout performers. He was sort of consistent. He was sort of pretty consistent, Jamie Overton. So he has been a pretty smart buy for the 5-time champions.
Definitely.
I'll just add a
Now,
point on it. A point on it. Just one small point on Jamie Overton. It was in that game against SRH. SRH were going great guns, and Jamie Overton, maybe the score was 100 for one or whatever, and he bowled at 150, 151 kilometers per hour. That I think tells something about his attitude. The best thing about him, I guess, is never say die attitude. Whatever the score, whatever the situation of the game, you can give him the ball, and I think he will try his best. You can clock 150 kilometers per hour even in situations where it seems as if CSK are going to lose the game. So I think that is his main strength, or that is the mental ability. I think is his main strength.
okay, so there's an update from the ground. CSK have made no changes in their team. They will be playing with the same team that was playing the previous match. Now, Shamik, let us just shift our focus towards Mumbai Indians for a while. You've been covering their matches. Very simple question. What is wrong with Mumbai Indians? Where are they going wrong?
Inconsistency. They haven't been consistent this season. That's where they went wrong. Because what happens sometimes, it's not that they played atrocious cricket, but when they played decent cricket, the opposition team played better than them. So inconsistency has been their bugbear this season. It is not about, and you look, I mean, if you look at that, if you look at that lineup, my God, I mean, you see the side is replete with Galacticos. Uh, Rohit Sharma, Surya Kumar Yadav, Jasprit Bumrah, you name it. But yes, missing out just a second. LSG playing 11, Mitchell Marsh, Josh Inglis, Nicholas Puran, Aiden
Yes.
Markram, Rishabh Pant, Akshat Raghuvanshi, and then it disappeared. Uh, you,
I do have an
you please
update.
do the needful.
Yes, LSG have made two changes. Josh Inglis comes in after injury. Avesh Khan comes in the place of Mayank Yadav. So
Which
yeah,
means once again he picked up another injury after playing just one game. It can happen. But it's funny with Mayank Yadav. By God. Anyway, coming back to Mumbai Indians, if you look at their lineup, yes, missing out on Rohit for those 6 matches, that was a factor. Rohit as a batsman, you saw what he can do. Last match, LSG, he played as an impact sub, and I know, I can tell you, he was not even 100%, but he played for the team. He played for the team, and that's why he played as an impact sub. And what an innings he played! That is special. Rohit Sharma is special. Chennai Super Kings are unchanged, as you have already said.
yes,
So missing out on Rohit Sharma, not only Rohit as a player, but his leadership on the field, Mumbai Indians missed that. Also, last game when as Hardik was injured, he had back spasm. When Surya led, the team looked completely different. The team looked completely different. I tell you, I give you one example of Surya's captaincy. Um, the- Bumrah, Bumrah and Trent Bolt, if I'm not wrong, Bumrah and Trent Bolt or Hardik, no Hardik, not Trent Bolt and Bumrah started off the proceedings, and They were taken to the cleaners by the LSG openers. So immediately in the third over, he brought on Allah Ghazanfar and dismissed Josh Inglis. That was smart captaincy. He made an error also, because when Nicholas Puran came to the crease, rather than going for Will Jacks, maybe, just maybe, he should have brought on Corbin Bosch. He could have been a good antidote for Nicholas Puran. He didn't do that, but mistakes happen. But the team, the entire body language, the team's approach, it looked completely different under Surya's captaincy and Rohit playing. Now today, there is a question mark. I don't think Hardik will play. There is a question mark. I'm not commenting anything because I have been reporting on this consistently. Hardik joined the squad Thursday evening. Friday, the team had an optional practice session in Chhattisgarh. He didn't turn up. Yesterday also, they had a shortened practice because of rain, both teams, and Hardik was not there. He was working with the medical team. And the official word is at the time of the toss, you will get to know whether he is available or not. But the good thing is that Surya, who has been blessed with a baby girl 3 days ago, he has reached Raipur. He is in the morning. He was on his way to Raipur, and he will be available for this game. So if Hardik is not playing, once again Surya will be leading, because if both were missing, then they would then that tricky call of making or picking another standing captain would have come in. That would have been sort of a bit challenging for the Mumbai Indians, although they sort of had taken a decision. If in case both Hardik and Surya miss the game, who would be the standing captain? But I don't want to reveal that. But now Surya is back. If Hardik misses out, Surya will lead.
Okay, now time for predictions before we close the show. Bharat, first match, CSK versus LSG. Whom do you think is going to win?
Maybe it is CSK. I'm not sure, but I think CSK is a better team on paper, at least as of now. So I would give them the edge. The other one, maybe it is time for RCB to break that jinx. Couple of matches they have lost, but again, as we know, in the world of IPL, I know it is a kind of glitch, but we have seen it before as well. A team like LSG, which was ranked number 10, went on to defeat RCB the other day. So anything can still happen in the world of IPL, where all teams seem like they're kind of equally matched or evenly matched. A little bit of difference here or there, but I think I will stick to what I just said.
Shamik, your prediction for both the matches?
First game 50-50, second game 50-50.
I thought you would speak in the favor of Mumbai Indians since you've been covering their matches so closely.
No, I don't want to jinx them.
Okay, that's all right. Okay, thank you so much for joining me today. We'll be back for the post show. Keep on watching Rev Sports. Please like, share, and subscribe. We'll be back.